it's a rather cold morning. And so, yeah, you've not
I
noticed
haven't
that.
checked.
Yeah. And so if we not so active, then you know why it is so. So we pleased to have you on another episode of DM Fun. I hope you're having a good day so far, and temperatures are not as cold as we have here. Okay, so it's is it the first episode of 2025? So happy new year to you and to your loved ones, everyone you care about, and all the people you don't care about. Together, they all make life worth it. And so, as usual, please go out there and share the feed, and let's get going. So go ahead, let family and friends become aware that we've started. Okay, I see Prissy already did that. And as soon as you join us, let us know. Share hello, share hi in the comment section, and we would will make you part of the conversation. So let me do mine, um, and then we get started. How is the year going so far? It's today the 4th. It's already is it the 4th? Yes, yes, it should be the 4th. It's already 4 days into the new year, and I hope everything. So, you know, people have or cultures shape us differently. Oh, Carrie says, here we go. Cultures shape us differently, okay, when it comes to how we raise our kids, okay? Um, a message just came in, okay, and the message goes like this. I'm going to paraphrase that. It looks like one of their fellow players is down. Down means not so happy or whatever, all the words you can use for it, but clearly not happy. And so the mom sends a message on our page that, hey, um, she needs a favor from everyone else on the team. Can the other players make videos expressing how much they appreciate her son, who is one of the players, and how much they really yeah, like things to just lift the child up. And then I had my own um response to that in my head. And then Prissy comes to join me, comes to sit here, and then immediately asks me, have you seen the message that was sent? And in my mind, I go like, okay, is it that we from the other part of the world, like the global south, don't know how to properly raise kids, or it is a case of those from the global north doing too much? You get it? Because when I saw the message, my first response, I mean, my head is, but why? I mean, a kid is sad, and so what? Like, there should be our immediate response, and I guess Prissy, you can let us know how you'd have. For if your child is sad, is not to reach out to the outside world to make people like to get him to be happy, right? I thought it's more of doing something internally to get that. Are we
I think
thinking
it's
so?
just because of how you were raised. Honestly, I've thought of it, and I think
Okay.
there is nothing.
Wrong with
There's
it?
nothing really wrong with it,
Okay.
but
Okay.
it is.
As okay. So clearly, we didn't get the
I
light.
remember
Yeah.
it brings me back to a time where
Yeah.
you know that in Ghana you would think that okay, you are doing so well, so you
Yeah.
expect that your
Yeah.
parents are like
Yeah.
there for you all
Yeah.
over the place,
Yeah.
and so one day I was getting a prize, right?
Yeah.
I was hoping that my mom would be able to come, like
Yeah.
a whole speech and prize giving day. Your child is getting the prize.
Yeah.
She had so much to do at home.
Okay.
Like I had other siblings, very
Okay.
young siblings.
Yeah.
She made one parent whose child was not even receiving the prize was even going.
Okay.
He said, "Okay, make sure my daughter brings the prize." She couldn't make it.
Yeah.
No one could attend for me, and
Right.
so those things make make us, will I say, is
Too
it stronger,
too hardy.
too hard?
Yeah, like it's like what's the big deal? Yeah, and I remember so one time I had moved to a different region in Ghana, right? And I started schooling there, and I came up first in my very first term, right? So I just got there, and all of a sudden, I mean, I was first in class, and I was young, like 9 years, right? And so I was excited about it. I mean, as expected. So there was a prize that was given to me, blah blah blah. And I went home and told my guardians at the time, the people I was staying with, that hey, yeah, like I came first. Then the feedback I got was, oh, so you think you've done well, man? Oh, oh God! I go like, so you think you've done well, man? Like I go like, okay, okay. So it's no big deal, right? It's like that's the expectation. Nothing fantastic, right? It's okay. So Karen says that. Hey, like we go to video game center or wait for 4 p.m. to play football. We are all different, though. Exactly, you know. Jackie says hello. Hey, Jackie. Good to have you. Good to have you, Jeffrey. Yeah, so I don't know if it's us that really don't understand how to do it. Okay, there's always this joke that's passed around of an African parent, right? Like you go to say a mall and you see some rich kid misbehaving, and then your parent goes like your parents start hitting you. Yeah, when you've not done anything, they start hitting you and say that if you don't know where you
Do
behave
what?
like that kid,
So,
you so so
no, the feeling is that they
yeah.
wish they were that kid's parents, and then they start hitting that kid. So
Yes, yes. So they are
that is
hitting
in response
you.
to what the child.
Yes, like so that maybe it's transferred in a way or something to get to that kid. Oh god. Oh, so Jackie says Chichi is saying hi. She thinks you can see her. Hey Chichi, how's it going? We can see you. Yeah, yeah. So I I don't know who is getting it wrong. Or maybe we are all getting
I
it
think
right
there is
based on our environment.
there are pros and cons to both
Okay.
both sides. Like
Okay.
yeah, so yeah, I think there are pros and cons. So like um, you are doing well, right? But there's nobody there to tell you that okay, I'm doing so well,
Yeah.
or that
Yeah.
yeah. Sometimes you might even feel that you are not doing much, or you can even fall into, maybe if you are even, it might even make you depressed. Maybe you are doing well, you are in your state, you think you don't know you are doing well because nobody like outside
So
is.
what would be the impact on the child in that case? Would it make the child feel like, okay, I need to do way better than I'm doing to get some recognition, or it would make the child feel like no one cares anyway. Let me mind my own business. What do you think would be the impact on a child?
As in when nobody cares.
Yeah, yeah, like you're doing well as a child, and
If you
and
are
like
a self-motivated child,
okay,
you would still want to
keep
do
going.
well.
Okay,
But then if you are the sort of child that wants the recognition and you don't get it, and you're like, after all, um,
Maybe they understand that it goes beyond what the parents can do to keep the child happy, right? Maybe we don't understand that. Like, I don't, I can't imagine like me being sad as a child and my parents will reach out to maybe a friend of mine or something and say, "Oh,
mm,
your friend is not happy. What can you do to make him happy?" or something. It
yeah.
doesn't sound about right. It feels weird. So I, I am thinking maybe they think holistically about how
Other people's opinion
or
impact. Yeah,
contribution, yeah, like
okay.
really,
And I think that is one thing that so you see this thing called bullying,
yeah,
right?
right, right,
In Ghana, I
yeah.
think that it goes on a lot. If we want to say bullying,
Y-
like the way they see bullying here.
yes, maybe
But
they don't understand the word. It's like making
no,
you hardcore,
no,
right?
but the
Like
issue is
what's
that
yeah,
the training is such that
okay,
what your friends think about you
hmm,
matters to you. I think that is why the bullying gets to them. Because that your friend's opinion
yeah,
about you
yeah,
can get to you. That is
yeah,
why the bullying gets to them.
okay,
But then in our part of the world,
okay,
look at the way we were trained. Boarding house.
exactly.
See the way people would. I think it's overbullying.
It's
But
business as usual.
nobody
Like,
cares. It's like
yeah.
it doesn't even affect you. You are impermeable. The thing doesn't hit you.
No, so sometimes it's not like it doesn't get to us. It gets to us, but it's part of the training. Like you need to grow up and
The
overcome
way
that, and
they
then
have been built is like
yeah.
the
So
thing hardly it doesn't work. It doesn't affect
though I don't agree. I don't agree with that. I think it works, right? But the environment expects you to be able to,
overcome.
yeah, like brush it off. Okay, so if you go in and you see a senior who hits you, like what we call, in fact, even how we put the words makes a lot of difference, right? So maybe here they'll say you are being physically abused. That sounds bad. You get it? Like, uh, as against, oh, the senior is disciplining you, right? Like, yeah, exactly. If you say physically abuse, that sounds so legalistic. That sounds like we are about to go to court, right? As against, oh, the senior just disciplined him, right? So I think the training is for us to be so hard about it, and maybe they are doing too much, right?
It's like an
Yes, like people are
overprotective.
protecting. Yeah, exactly.
I think you should
Maybe
protect to an extent, but sometimes
correct.
because in life your
Yeah,
child will grow
yeah.
and move out and meet other people from all spheres of life,
Hmm.
and they have to be able to tolerate people with different attitudes.
Yeah,
It is not everybody around you who would be there for you like in a positive way. There are
correct.
others out there, even in your working environment,
Mhm.
there are others out there who are only there to look for negative things
Yeah, to
about you.
make your life.
So
Yeah,
if you were trained to be able to withstand all
yeah,
those things,
yeah.
like in even in your teenage, because
Right.
usually these things come up around those
Yeah,
teenage years.
yeah,
And I think that by the time you are growing up, you will thrive anywhere.
yeah. Exactly. Or maybe we are too hard a breed. Like we too, like things that we shouldn't even accept. We are raised to accept it, right? Maybe one of us is wrong. Karen is saying, what is interesting to me is in Africa, we are communal, but your parents will not reach out to other parents in this instance. Absolutely. But in the US or Europe, they rather have people keeping to themselves. They want such videos to encourage children. Shouldn't that actually be opposite? Strange. Yeah, I perfectly agree because this is an
No,
individualistic
then
society.
courage rather brings a point.
Okay.
Maybe because you are communal,
Yeah.
you are like maybe you have cousins around, other relatives around,
Okay.
sometimes to
Okay.
talk to you, not just that one time where there's an issue, but you see that in Ghana, the community raises a child, right? Like the child is not raised by an individual, but the whole community is
Correct.
like your parent. So you get that perspective from other people. Maybe you are doing something wrong, and another parent will see you somewhere and call you
You to
to
order.
order
Yeah.
and all that. But it's like this one, everything depends on they because there's that's no communal whatever.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think the parents get overwhelmed because they have to do everything by themselves. So they need that community, and maybe
Okay.
that is how they
Express it.
they get it, like with
Okay.
their friends and all that, because the family system is not that.
Okay. So um in Africa, what we're saying is in Africa, because it is, I mean, by default, the community is there to support, then the parents don't go out of their way to call for communal support.
Sometimes, yeah, your child goes
Directly.
out to do something and the
Yeah.
person is misbehaving.
Yeah.
Even other parents will not come in. They will not even wait to come and tell you. They catch your child there and then
Uh,
discipline that child
no,
before
and
they
physically abuse the child,
before
not
they even
discipline.
match the
You see?
child to your home, that your child did
Yeah.
this and that.
Yeah.
But here, you can't touch someone's child. You have to look away. Most of the time,
Yeah.
you have to look away. You know
Yeah.
that your child wouldn't do that. And
Oh,
I think that sometimes too, I think those are some of the because I can't touch someone, I can't discipline the child. The child might get away with
yeah. Some of
something
those
that
things.
they are doing wrongly. And
Okay, so if I'm getting you right, from what Carrie said, then you think that this is how people around here express the yearning for
yeah,
that
they
communal
want that community.
feel.
Yeah,
Okay.
others to also come in. And, yeah, maybe
O-
that's how they also get that support.
Okay, so that is in this case where like they asking for support, like send videos, blah 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 blah. Now in the situation where it's not necessarily send a video, but they like allow kids to like really express themselves, and they are really vested in the emotions of the kids, right? How would you explain that? Because in again, back at home, I mean, as per my experience, it's not really like, yeah, people would congratulate you when you do well, but it's not that ajebo type of thing, right? It's or maybe that might also be a unique
Yeah, it
experience.
might also
Yeah,
be
it
like
might not be
maybe
like
the
general.
class of
Yeah.
I think that for some of us, our parents had too much on their minds, and
Okay.
that is why they could, because other things kept them occupied, like
Right.
looking for money and all that. But when you are there, we also have a job of people in Ghana,
Absolutely.
and
Absolutely.
they had time to do that for their kids.
Okay.
It's also based off where you are. I think it might based off where you are coming from. Or
Right.
yeah.
So, do you think that in Ghana as well, or in Africa generally, yeah, do you think we would also have people who are of that class who would be exhibiting such tendencies? Like,
I remember
yeah,
I remember back when I was attending New Hope, there was
okay,
this girl who was like, our day, that is when people bring like
yeah,
all sort of things.
yeah,
And our day, I think was I second in class?
okay,
I was second in yeah, I think I was second in class.
okay,
And that's our day.
okay.
Honestly, me usually our day, I don't really like one jollof, like the standard things. I'll get a jollof, I'll get one bottle of drink and then maybe
Okay,
one biscuit. I
okay,
don't get all assorted.
yeah,
And then there was this girl who was
okay.
like, who was leading from behind, like almost
Oh,
whatever.
a nice way to say she's last,
Yeah,
right? Okay,
like not really. And she brought like all the glamorous things, and like,
yeah.
and I'm like, hey, so even you that you are there.
But
And for me, I found that if it were my parents, even those, I won't even get.
so Yeah, that goes to like,
But they were, and the truth was that they were like very rich.
yeah,
Yeah.
right. So
And so I think that in that way, even though I am like almost whatever to the bottom, that thing the parent did for them will make them feel loved. And
exactly,
yes, so
exactly, yeah,
it's not only when the child is
is
doing
doing
well
well.
that,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
even me, I was first. It's like I am first, but I'm not even. I'm second. I'm not
yeah,
even. I really didn't feel appreciated,
yeah.
even though I was second. I felt that when the person came for the award, I felt that the one who was like almost last had
Was more
oh yes.
appreciated. Yeah, she's gone through the term, the whole term. She came to school. She didn't decide to be at home, so the parents thought, yeah, there is a reason to celebrate her, right? Yeah. So maybe we don't really understand, or from where we come from, they don't really understand such things, right? And unfortunately, such things go all the way and affect how we also treat our
I
kids,
hate
and
it.
because we are not used to it, like
I feel like
it's
sometimes I'm like, where I can't be. I feel I'm too hard.
strict on the kids.
I
And,
I
yeah,
wish I wish that I could be softer.
yeah.
It is my wish, but I don't know how to.
Yeah, it's yeah.
It I don't know how to.
Just anyway. Hi, Danny. Good to have you. Carrie says that okay. So imagine you ask me for support, and I send a video like, "Hey, you should consider yourself privileged." In 1990, my mother or neighbors will catch me. Blah blah blah. Yeah, then that will bring a whole issue. Since you've invited me, yeah. So I think in this situation, the they all know what to expect from the other people, because usually what they will do is like try to pamper the
No,
other person.
thankfully they didn't ask the two of us to be the
Yes,
ones sending the video. Otherwise, it would have been a disaster. But then these kids are American and
yeah, like
they know how
they
to
know
do
how
it.
to do it exactly. They came to say, oh, and yeah, you did this. In fact, the parents specifically pointed out that, hey, let him know how great he is, because he's the goalkeeper. Let him know how great
And
he is.
he's very good.
He's very, very good. He's a super goalkeeper, like good. And so the parents say, let him know how he is in the post and how good he is. But immediately my badly trained mind will go like, but if you are good in the post, don't you know? Do you need someone to tell you? Unfortunately, that's how we've been brought up.
You've been programmed.
Exactly. Like, should I?
So it's like sometimes I achieve things. I remember when I was in my program
Mhm.
and my professor expects me to be like showing
Oh,
excitement.
yeah.
But then I have
Straight
a
face.
straight face, and I know that's like in his mind. I think one time he asked me, like, aren't you excited?
Yeah, no.
And like
No,
I wasn't brought up that
no,
way.
no. Yeah,
You can do everything in this world, bring home
yeah.
the whatever, but it looks like
Yeah.
normal.
It
And so
it's
everything
what's expected, right?
it
Yeah.
feels normal.
So what that does is that achievements are not necessarily to be celebrated, right? It's more like it's business as usual.
Yeah.
That's what you need to do. Like what else were you expecting? Like
You
yeah.
are even maybe like you said you were always first, and then one day you come second, and your parents is like, "Why were you second?"
Yeah,
Like
like
seriously, how people were.
yeah, yeah. Other people
And in a class where you are like 100 and no, our
yeah,
class
like
were like
50
no,
something,
we were 70
usually
something
70 something,
in
yeah.
a class, and you
Yeah.
are doing so well.
Yeah.
Still, they feel like, why would somebody's child be first?
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember a friend of mine telling me that speech and prize giving day,
Yeah.
she called her mom, and the mom was like, "Are you getting a prize?" She said, "No." She was like, "I will not come and clap for somebody's child."
Right. So
Take a prize.
okay, I think Jackie has an interesting point here. Therapy and unlearning could help. Hmm. Okay, this is a good point. Jackie, I think we need your expertise here, right? Therapy, there is also some sort of mindset I think most blacks would have not when I say blacks, I mean people
African.
from Africa, yeah, would have pertaining to therapy, right? The first response would be, "Ah, but there is nothing wrong with
I'm
me."
not crazy. You know, it
What
is
is
because of the how do you call
the
it? The
stigma we
stigma.
put
Yeah,
like
it
mental
asks somebody to go
health
for
and exactly
psychological when you're like,
assessments, and we go like,
I'm not
I'm not
crazy. I'm
crazy,
not
but
crazy.
like, what should? So, um, Jackie, do you think it's easy to unlearn some of these things? Like we are almost a whole grown generation. A homegrown generation. How do you advise we do that? Like we go to a therapist and say that, hey, we were treated too hard when we're growing up, and so we need to learn how to soften up. Like, how do
Unlearn.
you think? Yeah, how do you think we can approach this? That might be a very interesting thing. So, Jackie, let us
I
know.
think
Yeah,
it has over we've become over independent, like too independent.
yeah,
And so it's even help. You don't even know how to ask for help.
correct,
Asking
correct,
for money is
absolutely,
difficult because of
absolutely.
the way we were raised. So for
Yeah.
me, I like asking for help is difficult. Even asking for money.
Yeah. If you don't
It,
have money, you don't
yeah,
have.
we don't
That's it.
have.
You live with it. That's
We
how.
manage the situation.
Yeah.
We
Right.
we eat whatever we
Yeah.
can find.
And if you don't have
Yeah,
anything, you don't
you
eat.
don't eat.
Simple.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how we were raised.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it's difficult. Like you grow up and yeah, and not being able to ask for help too.
Mm.
I think that's it's there are negatives of it too
Yeah.
because sometimes you
Yeah.
just ask and
Yeah.
it makes
Exactly.
life easy for you, but
Yeah.
it's
Absolutely.
the training that we
Oh
have been
God.
given.
Mrs. Wilson, thanks for joining us. Yeah, Ima, thanks for joining us. Jackie says it's not easy. Oh. I mess up every day, but I'm able to reflect. Okay, so I I might not be right, but Jackie, I'm thinking I mean, you might have it easier to process such things because of the industry you find yourself in, right? And you know the impact of all these things. So it's easier for example, for you. I'm biased to think that it's easier for you to even say you taking help from a therapist or something, right? But unfortunately, for some of us raised this Ajepako way, it's so even tough to just think of, hey, I need therapy. But really, if you really think about some of these things, you know that the way we were brought up has some sort of impact on us. So I always say that I have this friend at work who is in his 60s, and of course he's my best friend on the whole team. And he's always, and of course and I'm not trying to be racist, but he's white, right? And he's always pointing to such things that, oh, sometimes, I mean, the way we were brought up creates some triggers in us, and most times when we responding to things, it's those triggers that are causing that. It's not because we don't like something or something it's just because uh upbringing has created some triggers that sometimes we unknowingly get those buttons hit, right? And then we react, right? So sometimes it is those therapies that are able to bring it out and let you know that, oh, it's because of this that you respond in this way, or you act in that way, or you, but hey, when you've not solved bread and butter issues, you don't think about therapy, right? You don't, yeah. So it's tough. I mean, and sometimes these are real cultural shocks that you experience when you are in a different place from where you were raised. You go like, ah,
But
but
this is no issue.
hey, but this is no issue. You are down, a kid. You are down. Like, what are you thinking about? Do you have bills to pay? Do you have kids to take care of? When parents are thinking of how to take care of you are there saying you are down. My friend, get up and go and sweep, or get up and go and
I feel like
you know.
they should give kids yet were a lot more tasks to do, because I think that sometimes the freedom, like they are too free, and sometimes it gets, when you are free, the devil finds something for you to do.
How do you
So
give someone who is down there to do
no, it
that?
is it is the process of not even having something to do that will get the child
They have
thinking,
things to do. They have
thinking
games to play. Like they have parties to
no, I
attend,
think
right?
that sometimes depression sets in when you really don't have much to do. Then you start thinking it. My house where I was, there was never a time for me to have
You see, this,
have the thought of
this is
even though maybe sometimes I've been sacked from school for school fees, there wasn't really much fees, but the work piled up.
you are looking at this.
How are you?
You,
When you finish doing that,
you are looking at this through the Ajepaku lens. That's why that's why you really think
when
that
you finish doing that work piled up, then
that's why you really think that the solution to a kid being down or depressed is giving the kid much more work. You see, we can't just wrap our
no,
minds
it's
around
not.
it.
It's not the solution. I'm
Okay.
saying that to prevent. If once the person has already gotten into the depression, it's hard. It's now you have to get a solution. But
How
for the child not to,
how is piling work on your child
the
supposed to
child
help your
not,
child be depressed?
it worked for me. So
Yeah, exactly. It can only, oh God.
so for
It's
me, I work like my work never gets finished. The only time I don't have work is when I'm asleep. My mom is here. You can ask her.
so clearly, I don't know, maybe those who are trained more as psychologists and all can help us understand how culture plays into all these things, like with people's mental state, emotional
That's
state,
funny.
and all. Yeah, because it really feels like we are in different worlds. Like literally, we are in different worlds. The way we process things, the way we think about things, and I sometimes I think like something happens at work and someone goes to tell the HR, right? And in my mind, I go, like, but what
We
this
should
one is
solve. Yeah, we should be able to solve it as adults
why do you go
and report.
like? But clearly,
That's how the
yeah, you've
person
been
has been
brought up to
programmed.
process things
And I think
differently.
that even like we are saying,
Hmm.
I realize that Africans have a different way of, because of the culture. Even
Yeah,
Asians, the Southeast Asians too.
yeah,
I realize that we also have some differences. They also
okay.
have a different way of
Hmm.
doing things.
Hmm.
And so I think it's more of like a cultural,
Yeah,
and even the whites to have a different way of doing
right.
things. It's more of a cultural thing. So
Yeah,
so even here, you should just be aware of the person's background, and
y-
it helps you
yeah,
understand the person better.
yeah, yeah. It's tough. It's, I mean, like someone will go like, I need someone to talk to. I need someone to talk. Like you only telling someone what has happened, and the person goes like, do you need to talk? Like, do you need to talk? Huh? Yeah,
When I'm doing something and I realize that I am like it is, especially when I was writing and I feel
okay.
like this thing is draining,
Yeah,
I just get up, look for some cleaning to do.
yeah.
For me, that's my therapy.
Oh God.
I'm looking around, I have to wash dishes, I go and you see, I start doing cleaning.
Paco
It
Pro
takes
Max.
my mind
Paco
off.
Pro Max.
It takes my mind
Oh
off
God. Whatever you
whatever I'm
is
doing,
stressing you,
because
yeah.
that is how I have been programmed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe somebody was, oh, someone went like, Ghanaians, we are hardworking. Someone was even telling me the reason why, if they are off, they are off the shift.
They
No,
still feel like
no, they
working,
will
right?
not even give it to a Ghanaian, because when a Ghanaian comes,
Okay.
they will overdo the work and they will take your job. So I think that we have been programmed to, they say hard work.
Yeah.
Hard work. So when you have whatever you put in away, you go to work and you don't even want to close. Ghanaians will not take leave.
Yeah.
They will take leave. They'll take
Yeah.
they'll work and take money instead of the
Yeah,
leave.
yeah,
I think
correct.
those times that was what they were doing.
Oh, of course.
They would overwork
That's why
themselves.
most people in the public
They
service
will
do
not
not,
take
yeah,
leave. They will not take rest. They
yeah,
would, it's all that training, the hard
yeah,
work. hard work pays.
Yeah.
So the day somebody doesn't have work or they are gone for retirement, it's like
something is wrong.
there's
Like, yeah,
something happening
just,
to them. They don't
yeah,
want to retire.
yeah,
Where I was, my former workplace, most of the professors, they were coming. The
yeah.
only time you don't see them around is maybe you heard that they are passed
They are dead. Yeah.
because the training we've had, not to take leisure.
Oh,
Work, 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 work. And when you are taking a break, it's like you are the one singing.
okay. Let me ask a final question. Would you rather have been trained in the like Ajabo system where you think there is a lot of value in your Paco life?
But who doesn't want a job? If you
Okay.
get a job, everybody wants, but
Okay. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, on that Paco note, we draw down the curtains for today's episode of The Evan. Thank you all for joining us with all your wonderful insights. And I when next you see a kid trying to be a kid and being pampered and all, don't wish that this kid learns a lesson, right? It's because maybe we didn't have the right kind of
it's not wrong.
pampering.
It is not like totally wrong.
Yes, so there are excesses, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, Prissy has brought us back. There are excesses.
I think we both do the excess.
Correct.
They
We
do
are on
excess.
the extreme
We
end of
also
the
do
spectrum.
the
Yeah,
excess.
correct.
Yeah.
Correct. We absolutely. So there should always be a middle ground, right? So if you see a kid being pampered, don't feel like it's too much. You have the wrong upbringing, right? That's really the problem. Okay. So thank you so much. We hope to see you on next week's episode. Always remember that no two relationships are the same. Thanks, cheers, and bye for now.
Bye.